The future of Europe will be determined by, well, certainly not by politics, I can tell you. Whether Greece stays in or out of the euro will be driven by the most important word which will drive the future, which is not technology and it's not innovation, it's not politics and it's not economics, it's not even currency rates. And what is this most important word that will drive the future? We've already heard about it today. We can think about technology in all kinds of ways. We can think about technologies that are carried. We can think about technologies which are embedded. We can think about technologies that become totally part of human consciousness. Actually, it's interesting when we think about what we can do by fusing chips with brain tissue. As you know, every neuron is genetically programmed to communicate with computers. We don't need to teach a neuron to grow into the surface of a chip. They do it automatically. They are always searching for electricity, and they grow out until they hear electricity. As soon as they find it, they grow out more neurons and you develop bandwidth. So we have chips growing on the surface we have nerve cells growing on the surface of chips. We've been doing this for the last 10 years. We have rats which are able to communicate virtually with other rats. These are chips with abrasions, with extensions on their surfaces which capture nerve cells which then grow connections to each other in a biodigital surface. But the big question is this: not where will the technology go in rats? The technology is already communicating thoughts from one rat to another. One rat says, "I'm thirsty" in New York, and the other replies in Hong Kong, here is some water. The other rat responds, says thank you, and pulls a lever. They are communicating, these rats. They are in a joint conscious state. But here's the question. Put your hands up if you would like a chip implanted into your brain. Put your hands up if you are absolutely certain that these things should be kept out of the brains of children in New York. Okay, so what we begin to see is that the future of medtech, certainly in this regard, is not going to be driven by innovation. The future of medtech here certainly will be driven by the most important word, which is driving the future, which will drive whether Greece stays in or out. It will drive just about, it's the word which has driven all of human history. It's not the events themselves or the innovations that really matter. It's the emotional reactions to them. The future will be driven by emotion, and health is one of the most emotional things you can possibly imagine. We were talking at lunchtime today about the challenge medtech has of getting regulators' attention. I want to suggest to you the reason is simple, because it doesn't engage emotionally in many cases as much as, let's say, an orphan drug which someone needs who has a rare kind of leukemia, without which they have an absolute 100% guarantee of being dead within 12 weeks from diagnosis. But with this particular drug, we think, despite its explosive side effects in the minority of people, we think we have a prospect of curing between 10 and 20% of these 8-year-old children. I tell you, that grabs people emotionally. If you're talking about a different kind of lens to implant in someone who has cataract surgery, it might not. And one of the great challenges, therefore, is to create these emotional stories, which is why, Lisa, I was touched by your story, the story, which I was thinking, this could be my own wife, it could be my own daughter. Someone who can go straight to a reconstructive surgery that gives her back her body image, and without months of painful surgery and all the disfiguration and body image issues as well. My heart leapt. That kind of thing, I can see, FDA will push it through much faster than a whole range of other technologies. It's telling the story. It's about seeing the world through the eyes of the people we're trying to reach, and most importantly, through their beating heart. And as we do that, we will find a new way to think about medtech.